Manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty, hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Stop paying full price. With Flow, you can slash your bill in half. You heard right. Cut your mobile bill in half when you add mobile to internet. That's the most reliable Wi-Fi at home. Plus all the data you need on the go. So don't wait. Double your connection and double your value for half the price. Add mobile to internet today. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
There is a difference between shopping and shopping well. For nearly 45 years, Calico has understood that difference. Because great shopping is not just about the shelves, it's about standards. A place that feels safe, comfortable, and easy to enjoy. At Calico, quality is not hoped for, it is expected. More than a supermarket. Calico is your wholesale partner, your source for dependable hardware, quality appliances, and everyday household essentials. Families trust the name, businesses rely on the consistency, communities recognize the standard. And the best part? Value that is always practical, prices that are always fair, and deals that are always waiting for you. Because shopping should never feel uncertain, it should feel assured. This is confidence, this is a legacy, this is Calico. Calico, your one-stop shop.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! Tune in on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth that flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Ends to St. George's, the people them a shout. Real expression now idle, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the air. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9 the righteous.
Good morning, and welcome to Real Expressions on Real FM. It is a rainy Tuesday morning on the outside, but nevertheless, we are alive, so we have to give God thanks and praise for that. And I know that the rain is a blessing to our farmers. For those of you who've planted or you are currently in the process of planting, I know that that is a blessing for you. Of course, before we go any further, let me take this opportunity to apologize for not being on yesterday. I had a medical emergency that I had to take care of. All is well because I am here today. It's the last day of June. It's June 30th, 2026. And before we go any further, let us, of course, give God thanks and praise. Heavenly Father, we thank you for yet another beautiful day. We thank you for your grace, for your mercy, for your forgiveness, for your Son, Jesus Christ. We thank you for allowing us to be in the land of the living once again. We pray for your direction in our lives. We pray for your protection in our going out and our returnings. We pray for the blessings over our family, over our friends, over this nation, Lord Jesus. We ask that you continue to put your hand over us and just cover us with your blood, Lord. As we go about this day today, we pray that you will be with us. Let positivity emulate from us in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen. Guys, it's the last day of the month of June. And when we started, I asked you guys the plans that you made in January, those New Year's resolution or those goals that we set. Where are we with them? Did we have to make any restructuring? Did you have to revisit some of your goals? Have you accomplished half of your goals? And as we conclude the month of June and head into the month of July, I know we are heading closer and closer into Spice Mass 2026. Let us, of course, be mindful of what is happening in our surroundings. Let us be safe. Let us try to be positive. And if you need to revisit those goals at the start of July, which would be tomorrow, God's will, then feel free to go ahead and do so. Sometimes we take this little life that we have here for granted until something close to home happens. So ensure or try your best before the day ends today, before you head into July. Try and set some new goals for the month of July. Revisit your old ones and try to be as consistent. Of course, in order to achieve, you must first lean onto the Most High and know that you can do all things through Him who strengthens you. So do not allow that little voice in your head to tell you that you cannot do it. You can, because our Heavenly Father said that we can, and He is with us to strengthen us to do all that we set out to do through Him.
An industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Stop paying full price. With Flow, you can slash your bill in half. You heard right. Cut your mobile bill in half when you add mobile to internet. That's the most reliable Wi-Fi at home. Plus, all the data you need on the go. So don't wait. Double your connection and double your value for half the price. Add mobile to internet today. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
There is a difference between shopping and shopping well. For nearly 45 years, Calico has understood that difference. Because great shopping is not just about shelves, it's about standards. A place that feels safe, comfortable, and easy to enjoy. At Calico, quality is not hoped for, it is expected. More than a supermarket, Calico is your wholesale partner, your source for dependable hardware, quality appliances, and everyday household essentials. Families trust the name, businesses rely on the consistency, communities recognize the standard. And the best part? Value that is always practical, prices that are always fair, and deals that are always waiting for you. Because shopping should never feel uncertain, it should feel assured. This is confidence, this is a legacy, this is Calico. Calico, your one-stop shop.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, work behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
If you come to Scorpions then your trouble should end. Eat and drink and ease your problem. Don't worry about them. When you come down, come with our friend. We jamming again. This is the anthem of Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Man grab a gal. Gal grab a man. Scorpions Den. That is the plan. Queen Sky, yes, she's the hostess. Blessing us with the most, yes. Keeping good vibes the closest. We just trust in your process. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Come down to Queen Sky, Scorpions Den. In my day, St. Patrick. We hope to see you soon.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! Tune in on the spice side. Hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe. Just the raw truth that flow like Mount Kwakwa Tribe. From Grand Ends to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now hide, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM, the vessel, your message filled.
Good morning once again to each and every one of you listening via the YouTube Live. Good morning to those of you listening via terrestrial radio. I realized that earlier there was a power outage. I'm not sure if it took place last night during the morning period, but for those of you on terrestrial radio, we apologize for that. Now it's the 30th of June. And something that came to mind, and I just looked it up a little while, was that the best investment that you can make is an investment in yourself. And that is according to Warren Buffett. Now, when you invest in yourself, you upgrade your mindset, skills, and potential. You become more capable, you become more confident, and more prepared for every opportunity that comes your way. You are your greatest asset. So here are some tips before we head over to the Met Office as to how you can go about investing in yourself. And it's something to think about as we prepare to enter into a new month. Number one, learn continuously. Read books, take courses, attend workshops. Never stop growing your knowledge. Number two, develop new skills. Focus on abilities that benefit your personal and your professional life. Number three, take care of your physical health. Fuel your body with good food, exercise, and rest. That affects everything that you do. Number four, strengthen your mental health. Practice mindfulness, therapy, journaling, or meditation to stay emotionally balanced. Number five, surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment shapes your habits, mindset, and even your confidence. Number six, set personal goals that challenge you. Growth happens when you stretch beyond your comfort zone. Number seven, build and maintain valuable relationships. Connect with mentors, peers, and friends who uplift and inspire you. Number eight, invest in your financial education. Understanding money empowers you to make smarter life choices. Number nine, make time for creativity and hobbies. Passion activities recharge your mind and open new opportunities. And number 10, prioritize self-care and rest. A strong you is a productive you. Rest is an investment, not a luxury. So, once again, the best investment you can make is in yourself. I'm going to take a quick break to reach out to the folks at the Met Office. Let's see what's happening with the weather for today.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, work behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride.
And we are back, guys. Of course, it is a bit of a rainy morning, but to provide us with an update as to what we can expect for the day, we have on the line from the Met Office with us, Ms. Vondi Cyrus. Good morning.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Tuesday, 30th of June, 2026. It is a cloudy morning with vicinity showers at the MBIA. Winds are from the east at 14 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014 millibars. That is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 26.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 91%. Yesterday's highest temperature was 30.6 degrees Celsius. Last night's lowest temperature, 26.3 degrees Celsius. There was 9 millimeters of rainfall recorded here at the MBIA over the last 24 hours, which brings the month total so far to 89.4 millimeters. Now to look at the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Conditions are expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy, with light to moderate showers and possible thunder, mainly across the western and northern parts of the island, improving as the day progresses and becoming hazy. Today's maximum temperature can be around 31 degrees Celsius. Wind easterly to southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough, with waves 6 to 8 feet in easterly swells. Thus, the marine advisory is in effect. Tides will be low at 10:30 a.m. and high at 4 p.m. Sunset today 6:35, sunrise tomorrow 5:46. Just a recap of the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Conditions are expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy, with light to moderate showers and possible thunder, mainly across the western and northern parts of the island, improving as the day progresses and becoming hazy. Once again, a marine advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day as well.
You.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
There is a difference between shopping and shopping well. For nearly 45 years, Calico has understood that difference. Because great shopping is not just about shelves, it's about standards. A place that feels safe, comfortable, and easy to enjoy. At Calico, quality is not hoped for, it is expected. More than a supermarket, Calico is your wholesale partner, your source for dependable hardware, quality appliances, and everyday household essentials. Families trust the name, businesses rely on the consistency, communities recognize the standard. And the best part? Value that is always practical, prices that are always fair, and deals that are always waiting for you. Because shopping should never feel uncertain, it should feel assured. This is confidence, this is a legacy, this is Calico. Calico, your one-stop shop.
Supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den. If you come to Scorpions Den, then your trouble should end. Eat and drink and ease your problem. Don't worry about them. When you come down, come with our friend. We jamming again. This is the anthem of Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den. Man grab a gal, gal grab a man. Scorpions Den, that is the plan. Queen Sky, yes, she's the hostess, blessing us with the most, yes. Keeping good vibes the closest. We just trust in your process. Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den, Scorpions Den. Come down to Queen Sky, Scorpions Den. In my day, St. Patrick. We hope to see you soon.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Stop paying full price. With Flow, you can slash your bill in half. You heard right. Cut your mobile bill in half when you add mobile to internet. That's the most reliable Wi-Fi at home. Plus all the data you need on the go. So don't wait. Double your connection and double your value for half the price. Add mobile to internet today. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring our visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling a story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601. Scan that QR code, follow us on Instagram at Chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantabelle and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
There is a difference between shopping and shopping well. For nearly 45 years, Calico has understood that difference. Because great shopping is not just about shelves, it's about standards. A place that feels safe, comfortable, and easy to enjoy. At Calico, quality is not hoped for, it is expected. More than a supermarket, Calico is your wholesale partner, your source for dependable hardware, quality appliances, and everyday household essentials. Families trust the name, businesses rely on the consistency, communities recognize the standard. And the best part? Value that is always practical, prices that are always fair, and deals that are always waiting for you. Because shopping should never feel uncertain, it should feel assured. This is confidence, this is a legacy, this is Calico. Calico, your one-stop shop.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! Tune in on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth that flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Ends to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now hide, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, work behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
If you come to Scorpions Den, then your trouble should end. Eat and drink and ease your problem. Don't worry about them. When you come down, come with our friend. We jamming again. This is the anthem of Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Man grab a gal. Gal grab a man. Scorpions Den. That is the plan. Queen Sky, yes, she's the hostess. Blessing us with the most, yes. Keeping good vibe the closest. We just trust in your process. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Come down to Queen Sky, Scorpions Den. In my day, St. Patrick. We hope to see you soon.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Stop paying full price. With Flow, you can slash your bill in half. You heard right. Cut your mobile bill in half when you add mobile to internet. That's the most reliable Wi-Fi at home. Plus all the data you need on the go. So don't wait. Double your connection and double your value for half the price. Add mobile to internet today. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than a Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring our visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling a story visual, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601. Scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at Chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantabelle and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! Tune in on the spice side. Hear the airwaves free. On the radio see.
And we are back, guys, this morning. Of course, real expressions, and it's Tuesday, so of course it is going to be Tuesday with difference. And this morning we would be touching a little bit on our senior folks. You know, some people don't want to be called old. Some even shy away from senior citizen nowadays. So our persons aging with grace, our persons aging with dignity.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yes.
that.
We don't want to call them senior, because when you say that, interestingly enough, I always say I think they're younger than me now, because the places I would see some of our gracefully aging persons, they could hang. I, as a young person, I can't hang. I can't hang. So this morning, we'll be speaking a little bit about that. Good morning to you, Mr. Pierre.
Good morning, Abby. How you do? We didn't see for a few days, the whole weekend.
Yes, Friday I was not here, and yesterday I had a medical emergency.
Okay.
That would not have allowed me to get here on time.
Awesome. And I'm hoping that you are
But,
better.
yeah, everything
worked
worked out. You know,
Cool stuff.
I always put my faith and trust. So when things happen, I'm not too shocked about it anymore, because I know that I can deal with it one way or the other.
So that's some strong faith there.
Of course.
So good morning to you, and good
Yes.
morning to our listeners and our viewers. It's a real privilege to be above ground. I always like to say, we are privileged. There's so many people who just didn't make it for one reason or the other. Imagine there are persons all over the world who are deemed to be refugees, who have no home, who have to flee their own home because of armed conflict and so on.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we just have to give thanks. We have a shelter, rain coming, and we inside.
Yeah.
There's some people who have to weather the storm outside, you know.
Yeah, our sisters and brothers in Calico.
Yeah, under bridges and so on. And of course, our brothers and sisters in Calico and Petit Martinique who are still weathering the storm. Some people are still getting wet. So we have to keep them in our thoughts and in our prayers.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes because we feel okay, we don't care too much about other people.
Yeah.
We have to today try to do good to someone, try to, reach out to someone. I think that's important.
Yeah.
That we make efforts to be kind to somebody. Maybe just a conversation, maybe just a listening ear sometimes, right? I like to say we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah. Yes. I'm still trying to break away from that. The listening and the not judging. It's a bit hard, because when you know the person can do better, you tend to judge a little bit. So I'm trying to break out of that slowly. Yeah. But surely I know I definitely would get to that point.
Yeah, when I'm working, I've worked on it, because what I do is that I always remind myself that I'm not perfect.
Yes, indeed.
And with my own imperfections, I think it would be kind of out of place to judge too much.
Yeah.
Because we fall so often.
Oh, yes.
that we just better listen.
Yeah.
And allow people to speak. And sometimes people do not speak because they are afraid of being judged, or being characterized in any kind of way. So I guess people speak far more freely when they know that you just a listening ear, and then you leave them alone. Sometimes that's all they really require.
Yes.
Yeah. So this morning we're talking about our seniors. We're talking about aging with dignity. In every society, I believe every society is ultimately judged by how the society treats its seniors, those who are vulnerable. And I think among those requiring the greatest respect would be our senior citizens, right? Men, women who actually built our communities, raised families, served our country for years, and indeed laid the foundation upon which we now stand, right? Sometimes we forget, but those who build are those we need to really focus on and commend. So, as people age, their needs change.
Yes.
I've gotten a little bit older.
Yeah.
And I was saying to a friend once you pass 50, things start to hurt for some unknown reason. Sometimes you just feel different parts of your body hurting just because of aging, and maybe because as you get older, you're less active, right? But obviously, needs change, and many require a greater access to healthcare, for example, reliable income, because many times, even if you are retired from a job, your remuneration is cut by less than half. So it therefore means that now you have greater need, but you have less disposable income, right? Except well, you've had a pretty large saving. And how much of us can boast about having a large saving, even if we worked for many years? It's difficult to cope as we are, based on our own circumstances. But reliable income, safe housing, transportation, emotional support, protection from neglect and abuse. That's something that seniors experience as well, right? Even from their own families, right? Their own children. Because of that need now, maybe there's less tolerance, right? In the family. And so sometimes seniors are even abused, right? And they go through hardship and loneliness. Sometimes I'm traversing the various cities or towns in Grenada, and I see older people tagging along, and I say to myself, wow, that person, though they may want to do it, but you could see that they need support, they need help, right? Sometimes because of their own volition, they still want to go, and sometimes they really don't have the support, and they tag along in the sun and so on, right? It seems a bit brutal to me sometimes, right? So they do need additional support because their health will be declining, and of course sometimes they feel forgotten and alone. I always believe that communities could do far better by just reaching out to seniors. Maybe somebody might need a trim, or maybe a shave, or maybe to be assisted with to get a shower, maybe a change of clothing, simple things.
Even their monthly grocery shopping, somebody in the community has a vehicle, you take them and you carry them back home,
right? To take the list and to get the stuff,
even that.
and so on. On the technological side, young people are encouraged to get the seniors involved with the cell phone, show them how to get around. It's a way they can pass time, or even become knowledgeable, right? But of course, caring for the elderly is not solely the responsibility of the government. We accept that. It is a shared obligation, right, between families, communities, churches, businesses, and every citizen. And of course, honoring them means more than celebrating them. Sometimes when they have a birthday, we celebrate them. That's good. Right, on special occasions. But it means creating sometimes policies, programs, scheduling just within the family, right, to give them support, because you can share up now who will do what when, right, and not just rely maybe on one child, or maybe one sibling. You can schedule. So even house scheduling could be important, or family scheduling. So in addition to the policy direction, I think communities and families need to take that as part of their responsibilities to look after our seniors. And of course, if you're establishing policy now, you should take a comprehensive approach to aging in Grenada by promoting healthy aging, strengthening social protection, and of course, supporting family caregivers. So you might find that the immediate families might not have be available to provide care, but of course, if you have a caregiving program, and I think there is one where they go around and support seniors. I'm not too certain how effective it is, but I believe there has been one for a while where they go around maybe 2 or 3 times for the week and support seniors. All right. A Grenada where the senior citizens is respected and protected and valued, really shows dignity and can add some time to the life. People live longer when they've taken care of And not only that, but to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
You know, when you spend, for example, many years doing a particular job, even if you remain at home looking after the kids, when those years have passed, sometimes it's difficult to make the transition.
True.
People retire and they don't live for very long. And not because they were necessarily ill, but just because they're moving from one space to the next and having to grapple with the changes and they struggle with it, you know. And I believe we can do much more in attempting to assist them to get the kind of support that they require.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if we can do that, it therefore means I believe they live far longer, right? I mean, think about the an opportunity where seniors are maybe picked up once or twice a week, taken to the beach, maybe assist them to get a bit of an exercise and so on.
Yes.
I remember Miss Yulan being Horsford and also Honorable Eminent Peer. They both had a seniors type program where people were picked up and they got a physiotherapist involved, do a bit of stretching, go on the beach. And let me tell you, the persons were really appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Because outside of that, because some of them are not necessarily as mobile as they used to be, they spend a lot of time sitting in the chair, sitting at home, maybe watching the TV, or maybe even alone.
Yeah.
So just think about this possibilities of coming out, meeting others, maybe your age or even younger, and having conversations. And, you know, to me, it's really refreshing and it brings new life to them. All right. So I think we must pay attention to the contribution that seniors make to our society, made and is still making. I mean, think about mothers and fathers, for example. I mean, sometimes we underestimate the sacrifice that these people make.
Yeah.
How they keep themselves in a way that they give more than they take.
True.
Right? And they sacrifice a lot of time and effort and money for others. Right? And of course, the sort of impact they make to their own children and those who they're impacted that are close to them, that obviously the society benefits from having well brought up decent people. So even for that, they should be commended and honored a little bit more, right? Not just on special occasion. And of course, even in their golden years or the silver years, they still can add value. I mean, when you get to 60, because we use 60 as a measure, as a yardstick for retirement graded, and now it's 65 as the years come.
Yeah.
But then people are still healthy, they're still strong, their brain is still intact, and they can contribute so much to the society, to the country. And I really believe that we have not found a way to engage them sufficiently.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a teacher who, for example, he or she retired from the service, what is wrong with having that person come back maybe once a week? A lot of persons retired and they retired as specialists in various areas.
True.
So there's no harm in getting them back to support, right? Maybe one of the teachers in the school, in the various schools. You don't have to be the school they came from or the institutions they came from, but they can give support. Or if we, for example, design some community programs where they can come out in the evenings and lend their support and their expertise. Instead, sometimes we just let them go to waste and they get lonely and a lot of them crash eventually.
They don't have anything doing, so they cannot
engagement.
take it on.
And that mental engagement is so important. And then you find along those years, you find chronic illnesses kicking in. And so that compounds the situation. So I believe if we give them support and we use them, right, because of the value, I think it would be so much better for our society. I just find we just allow retirees to just go into oblivion and they just by themselves and they lose it really quickly.
Yes.
You know, I find that dementia and Alzheimer's seem to be something that's permeating even far more younger people than we used to have.
We have a caller on the line.
Awesome. So let's say a call.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Camille here. Good morning, Mr. Pierre. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Wonderful program, Mr. Pierre. You're doing a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job. But I sit down here taking the breakfast this morning, and I'm listening to you, sir. And he hit me hard and he hurt my soul. You know why? This is real. What you're speaking about when you reach an age. Children forget you. Friends, they abandon you. You know the reason why that's going down, sir? You know why that's going down? I don't going to come in and sit down. I don't must know. Because I had four out of my 5 children. 4 of my 5 children, one mommy sit down home.
Okay.
But the loneliness, I just get frustrated. I had the radio on. I had the TV in the bedroom on. I had the TV in the drawing room. I don't watching TV.
Wow.
I miss my friends. And Mr. Pierre, you have some other co-workers that when we was in Ministry of Finance, they retired too. And they just come in town every day and sit down. We sit down and we talk for the day, you know.
Wow.
And we're glad to see each other and we tell them, look what's going on, you know, look what's going on. You know? So what you said is true. And I have friends used to wake me up from my bed 2 and 3 o'clock to tell me, girl, I want some lemons. I say, you got lemons now? And I'll go out in Grenville. I'll call all my friends from Sotez, Guava, you have lemon there? To get that for these people. And no, nobody call me Scammy now.
Wow.
Nobody come and look for me. Nobody pass. These are the, I'm talking about people that was my good friends. You know? They don't come because I have some vein that bust on my leg. I say, well, no, they look at this scanning me. You know? I have friends that used to come and tell me, girl, I have this, help myself. These people passing, I've seen them in town, you know. From they used to pass right in front of me to get the bus to go up in Grenville or go out. They take another route. I say, well, no, something wrong. So that it is. That is how it is. That is how it is with people. Sometimes you're glad to come out because you go meet somebody. When you home, you get frustrated. You even get in denial when you're by yourself.
True.
Because I live alone. But my 2 boys will call me every day. And I have 2 in Grenada here. And these children will call me every day. Mom, you all right? I say, yes, sir. They boys look what I'm cooking. We tell her, don't talk to one, the other one call. Again, Queen, you good? I say, yes, I just come up. And they chat, they want to know if I'm all right. And I have some in Grenada that don't even talk to say good morning. And I have friends that was like my children. Children are adopt and send them to school and struggle when their parents been bothering with them. Not my children are making, children are adopt. They're in America now. And they will come to Grenada and they pass as if they don't know me. You know? So what you saying there is a true thing. So, you've done a wonderful program, sir.
Thank
my
you.
friend in Montmaris, I know somebody listening this morning. She didn't hear you yesterday.
Oh.
She passed to ask me, well, what's going on with Mr. Pierre? And then, you know, and this is elderly people, you know. These are elderly people, sir. You're doing a wonderful, because a lot of people in Grenada, we lonely. We children gone. We friends abandon us because we can't jump again. We can't go in party again. We can't go and hang out. We can't go in meeting. We can't go in a political meeting. They forget you completely. And I mean, I still have my head. I have my mind. And I see what's going on at the age of 68. So if I need to reach 80 and 90, you know what happening to me? I'm going up in some home or some way. And I'm in a cool house, you know. I don't print. I mean, going in a home is not a problem. But, you know, you're thinking what they might do to you when you reach that age if you get senile. And you don't know nobody. Mr. Continue this positive message and money for we as in Grenada, Calico, Martin. Have a blessed day. How is Mr. Andre Donald?
Oh, he's awesome.
Hearing
he's good. It's fine. It's fine. You'll see him soon.
Thank you, guys. Everybody, as if I is secretary. Andre, good morning, wherever you're there. Everybody come and ask me.
Awesome.
But I'm glad to know he's all right.
Nice,
and Zanda and all the bossmen from Sotez coming on. Good morning. Have a blessed day, Mr. Pierre. Continue, sir. Because I fall in that bracket. with friends. I'm talking about good friends. If I call them name, they don't come nothing good here. They will never come out to walk the street. If I go to call some of them name, they will never come out there to hide. And that was hot sometimes. I used to leave my bed, 4 and 3 o'clock to get bus, go up, go and get them things for them people. Nobody calling to know if you're alright, if you're alive. I mean, I want the money, I want food. But you could call and say, Miss Sammy, good morning, girl. I don't know when I hear you, I don't know when I see you there. That's why I appreciate these children I make. They call to know if I'm alright. I say, yesterday, I'm cooking a piece of breadfruit. I will let them know that I don't want meat. I still have a breadfruit boy. Right, mom. Hey, and eat some parents, children. They will get old too. Last week, I bus conductor tell me how old. I look at this disturbance here. We jump and he tell me how old. They won't get old. Have a blessed day, son. Continue with that program. You're doing a wonderful job.
Take care, Miss
Look how
Cammy.
you're smiling.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
All right, Miss Cammy.
Have a blessed day, sir.
So I think it's an excellent contribution she's made.
Yeah.
We have to continue to honor the elderly, the seniors, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to be our parents, but just because they're senior, because they've contributed, we need to honor them and support them. And you recognize that they do need emotional support.
Yeah.
We may not think they do need, but they do need emotional support. They need regular visits and checkups and so on, right? We need to fight against neglect and abuse. Because I know there are a number of seniors who, they're abused because sometimes people around them lack understanding as to how to treat with them.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that they just want to abuse them, but I suspect people, for example, get a little bit of dementia. They start acting a little bit strange.
Right.
Families are not prepared for that. And so I've always advocated the need for counseling for families who have elders who are experiencing dementia, right? A loss of memory. Imagine you're at home and your mom could no longer recognize you, calling you a different name.
True.
Now, that could be quite psychologically taxing for a child and could become frustrating. So I suspect that it is important that we advocate for counseling for families, right?
Yes.
When we do get to that stage, when we get some counseling for families who of course have elderly or persons within their range that are experiencing dementia and loss of memory and maybe be behaving a little bit delirious.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right? And then the abuse can step in. Right? Even in home for the elderly, you may have abuse from time to time because there's a lack of understanding. Yeah. So you might have hitting or people acting out strange and it's difficult to cope with. But nonetheless, what we are stressing is the need for care and for emotional support, right? Even assistance, for example, with finances and so on, specifically when it has to do with healthcare. Yeah. Right? I know that governments have make available free healthcare sometimes for the elderly, because really and truly they do need it, and many of them are not able to treat with themselves financially. And as you get older, the chronic illnesses just pile up. Yeah. Right. And as beyond that, I want to stress the importance of exercise. Right. No matter how old you might be, how older you might be. Yeah. A physical exercise, staying mobile is important.
Yep, especially for us young people now, because once we hit 30, things start hurting. We don't have to wait until 50 anymore,
And maybe things start hurting to give us a little nudge that it's time to get moving. Right? But those seniors who have become chair-bound, not because they can't walk, but because there's no place to go. True. There's nobody to take them there. And they just do a little bit around the house. I believe maybe the community must get up and get them involved, right? Maybe bring them to the park. How awesome would that be? Yeah. Bring them to the court and just have them walk around a little bit to get them moving, keep the blood going and so on. That would be a positive move with respect to their own health, right? But of course, just minor support that they would require just to keep them going. I find sometimes that they get neglected. I was speaking to a group of people and I asked them to identify one elderly person in the community, and they were not able to.
Oh.
It didn't mean that the persons were not existing, but just that they paid no attention, right?
Yeah.
And that is disheartening. That notwithstanding you may not be related by blood, but I think just having a senior in the community to me is a blessing, because I can say to you, I sat many times listening to my mom just talking away for childhood and the experiences and so on, with no barriers, just talking to me. And I found that to be quite rewarding to listen to the story. That strengthened me. I keep them in mind now, and I learn a lot of lessons. So I believe just listening to them, they have today no wisdom that you can certainly benefit from, right? So how good it would be if we can get them together, maybe one evening every 2 weeks, and just listen to them, that they just talk about their own experiences and so on, whether professional or otherwise.
True.
Right? It's valuable. And I don't keep them going. I find when you keep them engaged, the brain works sharper.
Yeah.
And it stays alive longer
Yeah.
than when they're just left by themselves. So we are advocating this morning for greater support for the elderly citizen. And we are not necessarily speaking about the government.
Yes.
We've added the community and family and so on, right, as part of the mix. Because I think it requires a joint approach, right? Even if the caregivers can go in and maybe 2-3 times a week do some cleaning and so on. That to me is important, but just sitting down and listening, talking, keeping them company, so to speak, goes a really, really long way.
It does. It
right?
definitely does.
Yes, it's something that we need to take up as a community, as a country. The whole issue of accessibility to public buildings or even private buildings. I'm not sure, but I believe the building code should have something about accessibility, not just for the elderly, but those who are differently abled. So you find that our sidewalks and so on, they're not designed even for wheelchairs and for walkers. Right? So an elderly person who require that kind of a support find it difficult to take the bus, for example. I mean, our buses are not designed for persons with wheelchairs or those who need support. For example, in North America and otherwise, even Barbados, you have the large buses where the ramp comes down and, the person can go on and go and shop and feel fruitful as everybody else.
Yes.
So I think we need to do a bit of work with our own infrastructure and public buildings so people can have access, right? Maybe at the National Stadium, for example, I believe you can have a bit of access there. I believe it was designed for some access, but it's something that we should enforce. Once a public building is been designed, it should include access, wheelchair access, or walker access, or access for persons who are differently able. I believe that would be impetus for elderly, for the older persons to feel comfortable and safe to go out. So I think that is a factor that prevent them, that inhibit their ability to move around as they should. So I believe our building code should be designed in a way that it enforces that, and any public building that has been designed, or even private buildings for public use, I believe that should be enforced so that the elderly can freely access. I know we now have some of the supermarkets and stores that do a bit of online shopping locally, and they have drop-offs and so on. So that maybe could feed nice into the needs of the elderly. So, but sometimes it comes at additional cost. So I'm not sure if they can meet the cost, but outside of that, I believe you can have a few people I call runners in the communities who can maybe from time to time offer that kind of service. But obviously, we don't want them to be shut in. We want them to move around, right? To mix. We want them to be useful, right? Because even somebody who is not able to move and walk, for example, can sit on a chair and give a lecture. There's no harm in doing that, right? So how do we now engage our seniors to continue to serve, right? Not at the level that they used to,
right? But at some level, that can keep them going, right? They can teach a lesson, they can have an extra class, maybe they can engage some children,
Yeah.
right? There are some teachers, to me, they like wine. As they get older, they get, more skilled in a discipline. Of course, having done and seen almost everything now, particularly those who are trained to treat with specialized, giving educating specialized children, for example. You can't just lose them. You need to have some way in including them in the greater scheme of things. So having them volunteer in organizations, I know the churches do engage them as well, and they can volunteer there as well. But I see a lot of the churches are going on top. They're going on the upper floor, and that's something I'm hoping that we can reconsider,
Right.
so that the elderly can have access to the buildings and so on. All right. I'm really concerned about access to healthcare, right? Particularly for elderly citizens.
Yeah.
In the current context, I know we have a bit of a strained healthcare system, and I'm saying that guardedly. There's already under a lot of pressure, and once you do have that, the group that would suffer the most will be the elderly, right? They've been neglected. Maybe we don't know their needs, and so they could be neglected really, really easily. And I worry about that group, that particular group, of older citizens who really should be looked at with respect to the healthcare. And maybe we have to go down to have I wonder if they do have a directory, say, for the various communities and all the persons who are maybe bedridden, all the persons who have lost their ability to walk around. We need to get to that point. I don't know if that exists. I'm hoping it does, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, in each community, we can say, well, there are 10 persons who are not able to move around and need specialized care. I mean, when, for example, would maybe, or a physiotherapist, for example, do some pro bono work, some free work, just to make a pass and help them to stretch and so on, right? These services go a long way, and most of them will not be able to pay for them.
True.
So that is why we are saying that it requires the community to get involved, right? Not just the healthcare professional, but the community, right? So what if you're able to maybe fund a few visits from the physiotherapist for elderly person in the community?
Yeah.
Right? That could be quite welcome.
Or you could even have like community fundraisers. So, the fundraiser money, it would go back to helping pay the physio
Exactly.
and other medical bills that they may have.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, families are under pressure
Oh, yeah.
to provide services to the elderly, right? Healthcare is quite expensive.
It is.
It's quite expensive, and our current construct is not the best. So I could only imagine that this group would get the hot end of the stick, right?
Yeah.
And it should not be that way, right? Having served for most of their life, a youthful life, I believe it is incumbent on us to at least give them support in the golden years.
Yes, yeah.
So pension and social security and so on becomes very important. As I said, when you're in this pension zone, you know getting less than you used to get on work, and you have more health challenges now. You have greater need now.
Yeah.
Maybe the home that you invested in need a bit of renovation now. Now that you're into the pension ages of your life, so a lot of that, put together as an aggregate becomes quite a bit of burden. And then now the children and so on, off on their own, trying to do something for their own life, would be under pressure to look after mom or dad.
Yeah.
So that is why it requires this community effort, because some of them need long-term care, right? You have circulatory problems, the common ones, hypertension, diabetes. These things require, and if we get to pay attention to them, I suspect they'll be far better cared for.
Yeah, we have a caller.
Okay, let's take
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi,
Happy
Ray.
good morning, Mr. P. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good, good.
Yeah, Mr. P, I was talking about the seniors.
Hmm.
You know what I would like to see? The young people of our country show more respect to the seniors because the seniors is the one that shape the future for many of all the young people to give them a better life and to make them what they are presently. And I do believe the young people, the seniors, they need to be respectful, agree, not some, but a lot. Because when you have leaders make a statement and tell the young people, the senior people, should go and pump stone by the river. This is a disrespect to the seniors because the seniors is the one that shape the future. They make greater be what it is presently. And I do believe the senior people need to be respectful more and to love more. And one thing I like to see, I know healthcare is very expensive. But if they could reduce the price of medication for the seniors, or if someone they could give them the free medication to help them to get get medication and get treatment because healthcare is very costly. And I want to see the seniors be treated in a way we should be treated as a human being and not to cry. We cry down these seniors, but to love them. They deserve to be loved and to love with a wholeheartedly because they are the ones that shape the young people to give them a proper education. Just some of them walk under cuckoo, they walk in the road to get them on to send the young people to school. And young people, you need to treat the seniors the way they should be treated because none of us will remain old, young forever. There comes a time where we get old and we need to be treated the way we should be treated. So, that's my point.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So the question is, are we doing enough for seniors? Right? We were talking about before the call the possibility of designing an elderly directory
Yes.
to at least know where they are and
What needs they may
what
have
needs
as
they may
well.
have
Yeah.
and the conditions and so on, right?
Yeah.
To think that the families can treat with it, it's been foolhardy because I know as you get older, greater needs, maybe even the facilities, right? Having a proper bed. I mean, sometimes as they grow older,
Yeah.
the normal bed that we use are not the best for them,
Yes.
and they require some greater support, maybe to sit up and so on.
Mhm.
In the absence of that, they suffer, and families are not able to do so. So I think we need to pay greater attention to them.
Mhm.
I worry about that
Mhm.
and how my mom passed when she was about 93, I believe,
Okay.
and I saw the importance of caring for her, right? And of course, we came together and did that.
All right.
But of course, not every family will be able to do so.
True.
And
That's true.
you see them just alone and so on. So we were also talking about accessibility to public buildings,
Yes.
right? And I want to add now accessibility to transportation,
Yeah.
right? How do we expect our senior citizens to get around, right? Many of them are not able to hire a taxi,
No.
right? And public buses are not designed for them, particularly when they have additional support, maybe like walkers or even and so on.
Yeah.
So that creates its own issue, right? So maybe that might be a call for private bus owners to maybe engage providers for
Design of the buses.
different designer buses. So that's how you go to public buildings and you see a particular bathroom designed for the elderly and persons who are differently abled. So even if you have one or two seats like that, right? I mean, we got to be forward thinking,
Of course.
because it doesn't mean that we could just neglect our senior citizens. We have to look after them, and we need to do better, right? I've heard of stories where senior citizens, the support they used to get from the government cut in half.
Yes, I've heard that.
And that is a sad situation, because obviously when they do need it, the most is when it's taken away from them.
Yeah.
And some never get support,
True.
right? And in our context, the politics is blamed for that, sometimes in certain quarters. I'm hoping that is not so, right? Because I believe once you're a senior citizen and need support, the powers that be should do everything in the power to give you support.
Yeah.
Right. So I think politics has any place in that. So I'm dispelling that. I don't want to believe that, right? Because I'm thinking that it has no place as far as taking care of the elderly is concerned.
Yeah.
What more can we do?
I think in some cases we sort of need to put our feelings aside because there are some elders, of course, growing up, they may have said certain things to you, they may have dealt with you in a certain way, and you see them now and you decide, well, okay, you dealt with me this type of way, I don't want to have nothing to do with you, I don't want to help you as you are of age. And I think we need to love each other regardless of what was done. We need to forgive. Forgiveness is not necessarily, it doesn't have to be for the person themselves, but it needs to be for us so that we can regain that love in our heart and say, you know what, despite what you did, I'm still going to help you get to the grocery store. I'm still going to help you cross the street. We need to put our differences aside, our emotions aside. I know we are emotional human beings and we allow things to get the better of us, but we have to find the way to put it in the back burner and to help them because they really need it, and that is some way that our blessing comes to us. We were able to look past what was done while they were in their prime, and we are able to still lend a helping hand and not throw stones because they threw stones.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. That is why it's a community effort, right?
Yeah.
We can all get involved and look after them.
Yeah.
As I say, the stories are sometimes really good for the soul, just to listen to them.
Yeah.
We were talking about this joint effort, and I think it should be a matter of policy, whether it's government, families, communities, churches, civil society,
Yeah.
even the private sector. We share a moral responsibility to ensure that our senior citizens live with dignity in a secure environment with respect and adequate support.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, that's a huge call. It therefore means that we need to, all the stakeholders need to play their part in this. But it can be driven by the government in terms of a policy direction.
Yeah.
Because what we want is a coordinated approach, a coordinated national system
Yeah.
when it comes to our seniors. So that's why I'm advocating for this directory. So we can say, for example, how many of the seniors are in the area and maybe just identify some of the basic needs.
Yeah.
Right? That would be helpful. And that would be good data, for example, for a non-profit organization that may want to focus on seniors.
Yes.
I think one of our problems is that we don't have data. And if you don't have data, you cannot design policy or drive change. So that's one of the things that we need to do. I had a friend, he's passed now, God rest his soul, and he basically he was an amputee, and he, maybe he was just left alone, and he ended up losing a second leg, and it didn't last long after that. And I know that had to be general neglect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying sometimes children are not able to give full support. They have their own responsibilities that they're struggling with, right? So it takes a community effort.
True.
Right? It takes visits from the church, from community groups, right? From service organizations, from agents of the government.
Yeah.
But the point is, he used to have caregivers coming twice a week or 3 times a week to maybe clean up and so on.
Right.
Right? But if it's a coordinated approach, now the days when they are not able to come, maybe other agents can come in. So I think what we need to do is to do this thing with the community. If we know how much people have the need, we don't just come in and care for them, but we get people involved, right? So we know how to do that. So, for example, the caregivers, they are not barbers. They're not able to give him a trim and shave. That could come from somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the best person to provide meals might not be the caregiver.
True.
Because he was diabetic. So he needed specially prepared meals. So maybe we can involve maybe a neighbor who can provide proper meals for him or her, right? So I'm just saying we can now rolling out a coordinated approach there, right? Otherwise, they would just eat anything and get even more sick than they used to be.
Yes.
So coordinated approach is what we are trying to push here, and really to provide affordable and accessible healthcare.
Yes.
Regular medical screenings.
Yeah.
Mental health support.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And not just for the senior, but for the home. Because when a senior start maybe losing a mind a bit, losing a memory a bit, getting a little bit of dementia,
frustrated.
It gets crazy in the house because now you find it difficult to cope.
Yeah.
With what is happening. So I think accessibility to healthcare is important, and community healthcare is what will mitigate this.
Yeah.
Right? If you're able to get support from your community and healthcare, you will be far better.
Yeah.
Visits from the nurse from the district, regular
yeah.
visits, and other healthcare professionals, right? You won't be forgotten,
Right.
I can assure you that the senior would have far less hospital visits if the visits are fervent at home, if the caregiving is fervent at home, right? So they don't relapse. I mean, simple as, for example, you have an elderly person with chronic diseases, and they're forgetting to take their medication.
Yeah.
Now they don't want to do it.
They forget.
But they're losing their memory a bit, so they forget to take their medication. Or they overdose because they forget if they took it this morning.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Even in young age, because sometimes I ask myself, did I take my vitamins this morning? If I don't remember taking it, then I would take it again.
Yeah. So you have, for example, those dividers that you put the daily amount.
Yes.
And so the person remember, look, I took today.
Yes.
I don't have to take again.
Yeah.
So it may seem simple, but these things make a lot of difference. So regular screening is important. But how will you get regular screening if you're not able to move, if you don't have the requisite financial support to do so, if you don't have the correct transportation to do so? There's some elderly persons who require almost a kind of ambulance service to move for the screening. And we know how that go.
Yeah.
Right? The possibility to get an ambulance when an emergency is a problem based on accessibility and so on. Much less for somebody who just want to go for a screening.
Yeah.
Right? I know there might be one or two privately owned and run ambulance service, but think about the cost.
Cost again, yeah.
Right. So there must be some way that either a non-profit organization or the government find a way to subsidize these kind of services. Right? Because as we say, regular screening is what keeps the elderly person on course.
Yes.
And don't get them relapsing, getting sick and so on.
Yeah.
Right?
And there are some of them, they know they have an issue, but just to get to the clinic, it's a problem, and they would just stay there until things get so worse, and by the time they check it out,
it's I've seen it
too late.
so many times.
Yeah.
And I just call it generally just neglect.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not blaming any one person, because what we are pushing is a collaborative approach, not just family or government. Also, it's a joint support.
Sure.
But I think we can do far better with our senior citizens. I was speaking to someone, and they suggested that it appears that there is a bit of a business for an old folks home. And the fact that he said that kind of poked me the wrong way. But in reality, he might be very correct.
Yeah.
Because more and more you find you're working homes, people are out working and are not able to pay attention to the elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that might be what it is. But even with respect to nursing homes and home for the aged, what we are saying should also be aligned with that kind of service,
Mm-hmm.
because the same counseling and so on that is required at home is required in nursing home.
Yep.
It could get frustrating when you're dealing with persons who have varying problems,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of the homes do not necessarily have specialized caregivers.
Yeah.
People who might like it, who might be able to cook, who don't mind engaging with older persons, maybe to have them clean and so on.
Yeah.
But that is a specialized area,
Yeah.
right? So maybe continuous training, community training. It don't have to be official training, but community training,
Right.
right? So there's a need, for example, for training in dealing with persons with dementia, dealing with older persons who are not mobile, and so on. There's obviously a need for that kind of a training and support and capacity building
Yeah.
within our communities for caregivers and other persons who lend support. Even just to go into allow to administer the medication, to make sure you get the medication.
Yeah.
Right. I know there are older men who use catheters, for example, and I don't think I've met any person who could put a catheter for themselves. So just that kind of service, it seems simple,
Yeah.
but it's really required. And I believe there are persons who can be trained, for example.
Yes.
They don't have to be a healthcare professional, could be trained at the community level to provide basic but very important service. So I think there should be clear laws on reporting abuse
Yes.
that is experienced by elderly citizens.
Mm-hmm.
That would match, for example, abuse to children, for example, right? It should be the same regime in my view, right? Not just from physical abuse, but financial exploitation. You have people who collect funds and pension for retired persons, and
Yeah.
it never gets to them, right? And of course, to engage the police and make a report, and that becomes taxing as well. So it's really problematic, and we need to pay specific attention to them, and we need to now create a dedicated elderly protection unit, I think,
Yes. Yes.
right? We need to create a dedicated elderly protection unit within the Ministry of Social Development or a relevant agency.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking them. I don't know if that exists, but certainly I know there are senior citizens who are neglected,
Yes.
right, who are not cared for.
Right.
So if there is a system, I'm looking just for something larger,
Yeah.
something more encompassing, something that includes the community. Because if the community is aware that the government, social development might be providing a service, they'll know where they would have to meet them.
Yes.
Right? So I think we need greater involvement and greater coordination. Maybe we need to review pensions and public assistance
Yeah.
and the social safety net programs to ensure that seniors can meet the basic needs. I had a conversation with a gentleman who is a senior, and he had an accident, so he used a stick to help him move around.
Okay.
And he's in constant pain because the surgery required them putting in some metal screws in. He's in constant pain, and he used to receive 400 EC per month, and now he gets 200.
Okay.
That is a problem because he just to get the necessary painkillers is a problem. Right. So we can relook these things, relook the safety nets, and see whether or not the needs of our elderly have been met. Right. I'm not saying that we have all the funding, but as what I'm pushing here is again the collaborative approach, so that you have government, you have the private sector, you have the community, you have the siblings, you have everybody must be involved. And if we know what each other might be doing, we know where we can now give support. So this particular gentleman, I had to give him a bit of financial support to pick up a few things.
Yeah.
So he was saying to me, once that $200 hits his account, he's ready to think about the light bill and the water bill, and then everything else is in a mess because he's not able to take care of himself.
All right. We have a caller on the line. Good
All right.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How you do? Yeah, man.
All right.
Right. So that's a thought.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if they designed for that. Those vehicles
Because
would
of
be
the
quite
height.
difficult to go up
For some, yeah.
and to sit in those vehicles. So that's a thought. But I'm thinking that going forward, I believe we can now contemplate how we can give support to them.
Yes.
Right. Certainly they need to move around some more. I'm looking for a day when I can pass by one of the parks and see 20, 30 elderly persons there doing a bit of exercise,
yeah.
having some conversations.
Some light stretches and stuff
I
like
can't
that.
wait.
Yes.
I think I first saw that in China.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right.
That's where I see.
They're doing Tai Chi, and I'm talking about 300 and not 30.
Yeah.
But they're out. Most of them seem to be above 75, and they are there. Mind you, that China promotes exercise, so
Yes.
a lot of them use bicycles still.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the topography and the condition of our roads and so on doesn't necessarily lend itself to riding a bicycle.
True.
So I guess we have to find other innovative ways to get them to have them exercise, and it doesn't take a lot. Just to get them out of the home and to do a walk around in the yard will be sufficient. So don't get me wrong, we don't need to do no elaborate fitness program,
Yeah.
right? Just to get them out in the yard, out in a safe space where they can just walk around, maybe get some fresh air. I mean, you wouldn't believe the number of elderly persons who have not left their homes in a long
In a
time.
long time. Yeah.
So it's a quite common thing, right? Just get out, come out of the yard. Sometimes their homes are not designed to accommodate them moving around. Look, we are now boasting about adding bathroom and toilets and so on. Not just its government, but former governments.
Yeah.
And how much of these bathrooms are designed for the elderly?
For the elderly, yeah.
Because if you don't have bars up, right, you're just making a joke.
Yeah.
Right? They're not able to use the facility because there isn't the requisite support system, right? Affixed to the facility. So we have to be thinking along those lines. I mean, you put a bathroom and toilet in,
Yeah.
you have to be thinking about the elderly. And again, a lot of us build homes and we have them on steps. We have them quite high up, forgetting that one of these days
We're getting
we
old.
we would get old,
Yes.
and our knees, they will stop work,
Yeah.
most of us, and the stairs become a real dilemma for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Just to move around in our own home. And I think we now need to start to think along those lines. I'm not banging having great designs and
Of course.
lovely houses. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying that we have to start thinking that when I get older, would this home fit my needs?
Yeah.
Right? Or would I have the funds to modify it,
Yeah.
right, to fit my need?
Yeah. We have a caller.
All right, let's take that
Good
call.
morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm.
Morning, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
All
thank you
right,
too.
thank you.
So,
So we have an issue. Most of the persons they are not hearing the WhatsApp callers. Our technical operator was supposed to come and have it sorted. I'm guessing he did not, so I just followed up with him, and hopefully we can have that up and running as soon as possible. Some are saying
awesome.
they're hearing, but it's very low. So
So sorry about that.
yeah, we apologize for that.
So I was just thinking that as we design our homes, I was
Yeah.
saying
Yes.
we have to bear that in mind, right? Yeah, the steps don't do very well, and the step up and so on in the house, and how our bathrooms are designed.
Yeah.
We tend to be making using far smaller spaces for bathrooms these days,
Yeah.
right? Of course, to maximize other spaces. But when we get older, it's difficult to maneuver in the small spaces.
Right.
And so we need to start thinking whether or not the bathrooms that we are constructing now, if they can be modified to suit our needs, if and when we get older,
Yeah.
right? Because the homes that we're building today can become a prison if they are not designed or they can be modified. And mind you, it takes quite a bit to modify.
Yes, it does.
So I'm just saying that though it may not be the popular look, we have to start thinking that, look, I'm building this home at 25, at 30, at 40.
Yeah.
But let me think 75.
Yeah, of course. Of
So,
course.
so whatever I'm doing.
I'm rethinking some things now as well.
Exactly. Because when we build the stairs and all the fancy step up inside and
yes.
fancy
Oh, yes.
bathroom, and we realize we're getting older, we can't go to the bathroom anymore. We can be brought to our own bathroom. I'm saying that now, I'm thinking about my bathroom. Right? We can be brought to the bathroom because it's not built to wheeling something
wheeling.
or to use a walker
Yeah.
and so on. Right?
Yeah.
So let's start thinking that from the start
Yeah.
of it. There's one of the things that I want to raise before we continue with the mainstream conversation, if I forget, is respect for older people. You know, I find our country has become very disrespectful to older people.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I listen to what we say to our leaders, maybe those who are retired or are no longer in leadership positions. And let me tell you, that's a curse, you know. When you engage other cultures, for example, and you see this sort of respect and honor they show to the elders, to the leaders, right? It tells a lot about the core of the people itself. All right? But I'm sensing and I'm seeing that we've drifted into a place now where we're cursing our older leaders. We're disrespecting our elders.
Yep.
And that to me is we're heading in the wrong direction.
Oh, yes, we are.
Right? We really need to rethink our position on this. Right? And it's coming from adults, you know.
Yeah.
Not children, coming from adults. We are actually teaching our children to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Right? I've moved around quite a bit and I've experienced other cultures and how they lord over the seniors and the leaders, the past leaders. Right? You wouldn't get the sense of, for example, the political divide.
Yeah.
They just respect that person who led at one stage or the other. We have gone really out of whack with this. So we are cursing our leaders now although they've served and served well in many instances.
Yeah.
Right? I find we really need to rethink this, and I want to really call out our current leaders at different levels to promote this, to promote respect for our leaders who have served. I find we really getting out of work. I just needed to say that. It came to mind and needed to say that because I really think that when you disrespect the elderly, you're actually literally putting a curse on your present and future generations.
Yeah.
So I really think that we need to rethink that. But we are talking about caregiving support, health support, financial support,
Yes.
and caregiving and so on, counseling, education. The brains are still working.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's not that they're frozen. They still have a lot to give. They can still learn and so on.
Yes.
They can still listen. How much of our media, how is that designing programs that can meet the needs of the elderly? Right? Once upon a time when we had one radio station, you used to have, for example, programs that could have been, older people could identify with. Now, once you get up in the morning, it's boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
So you really have to, have to try to keep up with it, right? So I'm thinking in every strata, we need to start thinking of how we can meet the needs of our older folks.
Yes.
And listen, these people have so much to give.
Yeah.
That do not underestimate their ability to mentor. Right? I'm an advocate for mentorship. Right? Of course, you might be young, might be intellectually strong, but inexperienced. And nothing beat mentorship, a voice, an ear that can listen and maybe speak to you. So make suggestions, right? That can aid in your current position. I believe in that strongly. Some people call them advisors. I'm not saying an advisor, I'm saying a mentor.
Yes.
Right? That you can listen to. And therefore, I am suggesting that the persons who are retired from the various jobs, the various positions, can be positioned to mentor. And let me tell you, most of them would not necessarily demand remuneration. They are willing to do it without a cost. Maybe what it might take is to transport them, right? Maybe that's about it. Maybe provide some kind of a snack,
Yeah.
Most of them might not want a snack because by then they might have the specialized eating anyway.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that mentorship is one of the systems we can use to keep our elderly going, to keep their brain ticking. And they can really add value to the existing positions, right? How can our farmers assist in this? I mean, you have an overflow of fruits, watermelon, oranges, whatever. It'd be nice to put together some care packages and drop off some fruits for those who are able to have fruit, right, or vegetable, right? There's no harm in this. And that's why I'm saying that if it's coordinated, then the government doesn't have to do it all by themselves. The government provide caregivers, the farmers can get involved. And I'm talking here about a lot of the farmers have a spillover, right? An overflow of fruits, vegetables, whatever that you can garner from the farm. Meat that can maybe be added in a care basket or a care box and given to older citizens. And that could be quite a cool thing to do. And even our pharmacies, they providing drop-up services. So you can stay at home and make a request and get maybe your medication in, right? And those are the things that we need to be thinking about. And I'm saying we have to try to eliminate costs because if once you add in a service and you're adding a cost, then that eliminates a number of persons because they're not able to meet that need. All right. So we have some serious work to do. But outside of that, just having social interactions,
Yeah.
just sitting and listening or talking with them goes a mighty long way.
Oh, yes, it does.
Right? Because of course it treats with their boredom and their loneliness or even neglect. And we get some serious value from listening and learning from them. Many of them are strong enough to, because imagine someone work until they reach 60.
Mm-hmm.
And at 60 years and one day, they become useless. Think about that. Just think about it. Somebody who function effectively to reach age 60.
Yeah.
And then at one day after that, we forget them. Right? So there is a need for a collaborative approach. There is a need for a mentorship program where persons can continue to live.
Yeah.
Right? Continue to study even. All right? How about having some little scholarship for a senior citizen?
Yeah.
To continue to learn or to read or to do something that maybe they dreamt about it and they're never able to achieve.
Right.
Right? Their hands are still pretty good. That they can do something with their hands. So I'm just saying that we need to find ways to engage our senior citizens and not just leave them to waste.
Yeah.
Right? Mentorship is a big thing. We have a lot of young people who are very bright.
Yeah.
And we're making so much mistakes. So maybe a elderly voice, maybe just to say, stop, don't do that.
Yeah.
Might be sufficient, not even giving a reason. Because something about the experience, they seem to know, and they can even maybe apprehend what might happen based on their experiences. And that mentorship voice, to me, is extremely important.
Yeah.
That we need to make some effort to create. And obviously we can create programs that can attract the elderly.
Yes.
That have them wanting to be involved. You know, I've seen some older persons come together and play cards, and I mean the laughter and the joy that exudes from that experience.
Yeah.
To me, it actually added some years to their life. Just that one session, you know, and they crave for more. When next are we doing this? You know, and so on. You know, just taking them to the beach, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then, they may need some additional support. Just to dip in the water, that to me goes a long, long way, and it will help them to assist them. Of course, it's an exercising opportunity, and it will help them to even become more mobile. Sometimes we just give up. I mean, there are senior persons who have experienced strokes, for example, who would do much better if they get a bit of physiotherapy, a bit of exercise, maybe a beach visit, for example.
Yes.
So there's so much more we can do. All right. I think we don't talk enough about seniors experiencing abuse at home and otherwise. A lot of these incidents go unreported because they themselves are not able to report it, and maybe their support would not report. Maybe the support are the perpetrators. So I think having a network, having a directory, regular visits, community engagements, you know, engaging them in mentorship programs, all that will eliminate abuse, you know.
Yes.
Because now they're out and about and they're able to interact. And maybe some of them might even be able to earn.
True.
Right? Because of the skills that they possess, they might be able to earn. And I'm not talking about them taking the places of younger folks. I know that is what people think. Say, well, time for them to go home. They get old. They don't want to leave. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them as a support mechanism, not to take the position.
Yeah.
Right? As a voice, as a ear, as a hand that can give support and help enhance and build capacity. So we're talking about them not just as them needing support and needing care and cause not to expend funds, but for them adding value.
Yes.
Right? Even able to make money still. You know, I think that is something that we underestimate. Because a lot of them do need the additional funding. They may still have debt, most of them. Most of the persons who've walked through the public service and the private sector, when they hit retirement, they still have some debt. The mortgage sometimes is still very much alive.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they find it difficult to pay for health insurance. By then, the health insurance would be astronomical. You may not even get health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And those you've had in your formative years, for example, becomes more expensive. Right? And if you have a failing or you have a social programs that are cut,
mm-hmm.
then you could only imagine how elderly would suffer.
Yeah.
Right? So what we are calling on this morning is to have a collaborative community approach.
Yeah.
Where we know where they are and we look out for them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We provide services in collaboration with the government,
mm-hmm.
and we place them in areas where they can continue to mentor.
Yeah.
I mean, you have, for example, schools where you have children who have maybe learning disabilities.
Yes.
Or maybe are learning at a slower pace.
Mm-hmm.
No, we are not all different.
Yeah.
And how awesome it would be to have a retired teacher coming in once or twice a week.
Just to help.
Just to help out with that group.
Yeah.
Right? I'm wondering why we are not doing this. I'm not too sure what. Because if you speak to most of them, they don't require remuneration.
Yeah.
They don't require money at all.
Yeah.
They just want to get up and dress and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
As we wrap this up, Nabi,
mm-hmm.
one of the things that we need to also promote is preparation for retirement.
Right.
I believe it should be self-driven when it comes to that, but many people they never get to it.
Mm-hmm.
They promise to get to it, and time run out, and they never get to it. But I think preparing for retirement is an essential,
mm-hmm.
right? You may not be able to cover it all financially,
yes,
but psychologically, and you can begin to make some minor modifications
mm-hmm.
to your home, to your life. Maybe you can redirect some finances that can assist you down the line,
mm-hmm.
right? Maybe it may be a good time to get a gym subscription.
Yeah.
You know, you might be getting older,
but
to get a gym subscription to start this process of self-healing.
Yeah.
You may just meet a buddy or two in the gym
mm-hmm.
that can assist in keeping you alive, having a relationship of some sort.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm thinking that I've seen in the past where governments, and I'm not too sure in Grenada, maybe in the past, where they had deliberate programs to prepare people for retirement. So I'm talking about if 60 is the age, by the time you hit 50, 52 thereabout, you start to do this process. It could well be to redirect you into a skill different to what you are currently involved in.
Mm-hmm.
So how awesome it would be if, for example, you get to do some plumbing or something to the sort, right? Maybe you could do your own plumbing to keep you busy. Or maybe you can do some plumbing for the neighbor.
Yeah.
Right? And you can actually earn, because these services are normally in high demand.
Yes.
And I mean, it won't kill. You're no longer going to work, but you can get up and go and do some plumbing in your own timing, maybe by appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I can say to you that when you hear to make the transition, it's not easy. Right? Mm-hmm. I still get up thinking I have to go to work.
Right.
And look at my watch and say, wow, I'm late. You know, and I have to remind myself that now I have to go to work.
Yeah.
You're retired.
Yes.
So it takes preparation for that. And that can assist with longevity or the quality of senior years you get to spend.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we need to chew on that another time. I certainly enjoy talking about it. I didn't realize it'll be so much fun to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. But I guess just appreciating the fact that we're all heading down that road of getting older.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that some more.
Yes.
So thank you, viewers and listeners. It was awesome discussion. Have an excellent day. God bless. One love.
Yes.
Nabi, thank you too.
No problem. Cool. Political Wednesday tomorrow, guys.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes.
classic furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and